everybody? It's your girl, Barbie Noir.
And Sabrina,
Yes, how's everybody
I
doing?
miss you guys so much. When was the last time we did a live?
I don't even know.
I hope everybody's Turkey Day was good. I personally don't celebrate Thanksgiving
You just eat.
or just eat the food. I bet people think I'm rude for not saying Happy Thanksgiving and all that stuff. I don't celebrate it, so it's like, but my mama cook it, so gonna eat.
Definitely.
But
I forgot to send the link.
yeah, that's how mine was. I didn't even eat a lot. I was not really that hungry. I had one plate and the food was good.
I ate a lot and I also woke up with a very bad stomach ache. Like I was up, my stomach was just hurting very, very badly.
Yeah, I had just I was at the end of me being sick, and like when you're sick, you're not hungry. So I just even though the food smelled good and it tastes good, I could not eat more than one plate.
No, I was eating a lot. It was very good. We had some very good food. So guys, yeah, we got a lot of things to get into today and not a lot of time. So we're gonna just go ahead and get into some things, okay? Oh, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed. What are you doing? I don't know why I feel like my microphone. It sounds a bit funny, unless I'm like, let me move it a little bit closer. Oh, but no, I don't want to mess up the audio. I'm gonna just leave it alone. Oh well. Okay,
That's
guys.
a very interesting thing you got up back there. Makes your house.
You talking about the canvas?
The grandma canvas.
It's not. It's food. It's the dining room. What do y'all think about my canvas? I don't know. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'm not old, and I guess I'll replace it with like a wine one. It'll be basic, like everybody
I
else.
didn't say a wine one. Your basic ass thought of that shit.
Well, what the fuck else do you want me to do?
You have a plethora of choices.
Share screen.
Ooh, but I'm one to talk. Window. I don't even be attempting to decorate just because, my place is small. So it's cozy, it's nice, but it's small.
Oh, you know what?
I feel cluttered easy, so I don't be liking a lot of decorations in small places. Like the more small it is, the more simplistic. But then I like big spaces simplistic. I just like utilizing space.
Okay, whatever. Me too. I don't know. I be trying, girl.
No, I'm saying I don't like decoration stuff. I like making a place look more open and bigger.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying.
But you don't. You like decoration, girl.
Oh, decorating.
Girl, I'm looking at your house girl,
I like decorating. The thing I want to change and add are the fake plants, but them bitches expensive. I went to get a fake ass plant. I'm like, why is this plant so expensive? But I guess because it lasts forever, I guess, if you take care of it. Mm-hmm. But yes, guys, we got some things to get into. So today we're going to be updating you guys on the Shanquella Robinson case. We've been trying our best to keep up with it and keep you guys updated because we really don't want this case to die down. No. We got to stay on their necks about it.
And I'm already a bit irritated by the case as it is because it just seems like, yes, it's blown up, gotten a good amount of attention. However, it's just kind of like the manhunt, everybody's posting, blasting the pictures of these people, giving backgrounds and stuff. Everybody was looking and knew how that guy looked.
What do you mean?
When he was a person of interest, but they couldn't find him. Because I'm not sure if they can't find all of them, but so far no one has been arrested. So it's just kind of unsettling that how hard are the efforts to find them?
Exactly. But for those of you,
it's very hard.
For those of you who don't know about this case real quick, Shanquella Robinson is a beautiful young woman who went to Mexico with her friends and did not come back alive. Well, I don't know if they brought her back yet, but she basically died over there. And at first her friends was trying to say she died of alcohol poisoning, but the autopsy came back that she had like a broken neck, her spine was like fractured, or like broken or something like that, and she had like bruises, her eye was bloodshot, her face was all swollen, she had like a bunch of bruises all over her back and stuff. And a video came out of the so-called friends that she went on this trip with, beating her up like terribly. And
she says she's backstage. You gotta go into StreamYard.
Okay. There we go.
Hello.
Hey boo. Everybody, Feisty Owl has joined the stream. But like I was saying, the video came out of them beating her up and stuff. And so then the autopsy had came back too. And then, the dots just weren't connecting. Okay. It's very
so many
sad.
dots. Like, even like when her so-called friend went on live, was like, I wasn't there when it happened. When I went there, I grabbed her and laid by her side the whole time and stuff. And I was treating her like alcohol poisoning, because that's what they said. Well, what did they say about her bruises?
And her swollen face and her bloodshot eye. Face. Also, they said that she went into, what's that called? When your body like curls up because you don't have no oxygen. Rigor mortis. They said that she also went into rigor mortis. So how I went into rigor mortis, and that shit happens really quickly.
Hey, move that screen up. I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't know. That's just playing on the screen.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's crazy to me because I hyperventilated at the doctor's office one time, and my hands got stuck like this for like 5. It was the freakiest thing ever. So my thing is, if you see her sitting there like, like this, you think she got alcohol poisoning? And then he was like, come on, girl, get up. We just got here. We only got this much time to be here. Now, how do you think, if she's literally in that condition, how are you telling her this? Like, come on now. You don't even make sense. And if one of my friends got sick or had alcohol poisoning, I'm not going to tell them, get up, let's go.
But did y'all watch that video where I was watching Keisha Tell? She does really good updates on the videos. She did one video where apparently social media caught one of the people who were filming in the video release, which they were on FaceTime with somebody.
I saw that.
And like, it's unclear whether or not they were on FaceTime with them or they were on FaceTime to show them like what was happening.
Fight, which I'm pretty sure is that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
it's
that's
just like they was on FaceTime with somebody. So this is just real sick. Like, I feel so sick even every time I think about this case. It's just so sad. That's one of the most disturbing videos I've ever seen.
Girl,
and
I was just going to
say, be so ashamed. I really,
and it's even worse that these were people who were so-called her friends.
That's
just the worst part about it.
Y'all go get a villa like that, and this is what y'all doing within 24 hours. Like, y'all some demons.
And they said, I heard that it wasn't even 24 hours.
Yeah, they were eating cheers and posting like it had to be less than 12 hours before that happened. Like, they was posting a chef cooking there and them taking margarita toasts and stuff. And it's like,
I seen somewhere
fake.
I seen somewhere, because I'm like, I don't know what's assumptions and what's facts, because they all mixed in with each other. And I saw that I think it was one of the coroners or whoever does the autopsy, whatever kind of autopsy they did, they were saying that she died at 6, but then it came back out that she ended up dying at 3, so it wasn't even a full 24 hours.
Well, so those people are under investigation. The cop, the doctor, all of them.
Yeah, the cop, the doctor, and whoever else it was that was with the cop.
That they were even able to, they were cleared to leave.
Yeah, which...
That's crazy. Y'all the number one suspects, and y'all get to leave the country.
Well, they weren't suspects when they weren't suspects when they left.
Should have been.
No, I'm just saying, like, they wasn't suspects, but it's common sense to make them suspects. They were there. Like, they were the only people who were there. So how are they not suspects? And then they just get to leave. Like,
even if you weren't suspects, they shouldn't have been able to leave until an autopsy was performed. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying they have to be like detained, like they could have made some kind of arrangements for them or something, but they didn't have to. They shouldn't have left until like a full investigation was done into
Exactly,
it.
just like
But
they
they
do
would
to
really be
every
having
other
no problem.
case.
My thing is, how did they get away with this? How did they get away with this? Somebody was some,
but they didn't, and they gonna get caught.
I'm saying, like, how did they get away to lead with this shit happening? And some people were alluding to the fact that they might have paid them, but I'm like, damn, how much little money do you make? Because they said,
Nah, ain't no way.
supposedly, allegedly, some money from Shanquella was missing. So they're like, did they pay them off with her money or something? But she didn't have that much money that you're gonna pay me off to
Right,
let you.
exactly, especially for something like that. And I was seeing people talk about how they really don't let this stuff like that happen on resorts and shit like that, because ain't
Right.
nobody trying to get a bad rep on their name. Now you're the hotel that somebody died at, and nobody's gonna want to go there. So people were saying like, oh, like you said, maybe they got paid off, but other people are like, why would they do that? Like, that
That's what
just
I'm
doesn't make
saying.
sense.
I really can't wait for this story to completely unfold. I just actually watched the video. And oh my god, it was so disgusting. Like she
It
was
was
literally
horrible.
just sitting
It was
there,
so
not
terrible.
fighting back. And the girl just kept
Saying
going. And
no,
when
she
she was
wasn't gonna
done,
fight back.
she was acting like she just did something great. Like that is so disgusting.
Mm-mm.
So I'm just surprised
I
this
hate
whole thing
saying that.
happened. Like in general, this whole
The
story.
way it happened too, just ridiculous.
And my thing is, these
Ridiculous.
people have to be like on another level of evil. Like, I don't know what they got going on spiritually, but even if you weren't
And
my friend, I'm not
That's
about
a
to stand
strong
by
type of
and watch
jealousy
that.
right there.
you see, and
Cause
I wish I had screenshot the Tisa Tales post of the guy who said like he was her best friend and he came like
kind of fucking best
he
friend
was
is that?
came late or whatever.
Yeah.
The day after they returned, he posted a memory of the girl who beat her up in the video that we saw and said something like,
Oh, I got your back
I got
forever
your
or
back
something.
forever for life, best friend, happy birthday." And it's just like, y'all sick. Like
That's weird.
like she said, it's like
Because
y'all
my thing is,
friend just died
y'all
2
knew
days
y'all
ago. Like,
killed
who
her
cares
too.
about a Facebook memory post? Y'all weird. Like,
But
why
not
are you even
right.
posting that?
But not even just that. You're posting that after you know what y'all just
happened?
did to her. Ain't no way he didn't
Mm-hmm.
know. He needs to
Cause
stop
they
lying.
the only ones who know.
Too
All
many
of them who
people
was
know.
there know.
He
They
needs to
know.
stop lying. And it's like, I wouldn't even be posting that if my so-called best friend, I just went on a trip and she like, I don't care what nobody say. People grieve in their own way, but your best friend just unexpectedly died on a trip that y'all was all on, and y'all have no emotion. Y'all don't have no type of empathy. Like, that's why I hope they all, I don't know why just one person, everybody who's
Right.
there
It's just
needs to
back
go
to
to jail.
regular programming. They're like, oh, okay, back to normal life. Like,
Everybody
that's
who was there needs
weird.
to go to jail. Everybody who was there needs to go to jail for at least, like, the people
Agreed.
who wasn't fighting. Y'all need to get at least 10 years. I don't care, because y'all all had a hand in it. Whether you just sat there and watched and laughed, y'all all covered it up. Y'all all left her there dead. Y'all all lied about it, and none of y'all give a fuck. So
Agreed. Lock them up. Throw away the key.
it's just really frustrating. Every time I think about this case and hear new things about this case, I get frustrated. Like you were saying, it's very annoying. How don't y'all
And it's
have this?
ridiculous how long it took them to get the
Yeah.
information they
And
have
I
now,
feel
and they
like
still don't even have all the information.
And like
and everything that's developing is forced by the public. That's why it's important for everybody
to
who
keep
can
this
talk
alive.
about it. Like, yeah, keep talking about it.
And what's crazy is, like you had mentioned the other day, how, not saying it's any less bad, but how when Gabby Petito, okay, was missing,
Quick, fast, and
they
in a
found,
hurry.
they put quick, the FBI got on it
Quick.
quick. They
Real
had
quick.
That's what I was
all
just
the
talking
works
about
out.
earlier, about finding her boyfriend. You saw his face every other second on the news. Then it's like,
And
I had to go look up those people's faces to remind myself how they looked.
Oh, you talking about Gabby's boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about. Shanquella, but that's how I was confused. But yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't say Gabby. I said that girl, so I think that's why it was confusing.
So, yeah, when Gabby Petito,
I couldn't think of her name. That was rude.
Yeah.
Sorry, because what happened to her was terrible. We're not saying we're not happy that there was efforts. We're happy that there was efforts. We was invested in it as well.
But that should be the same for everybody.
Yeah, that should be the same for everyone.
All across the board. There was who was the girl who went missing around the time that Gabby went missing?
I know who you're talking about, Alex, because I think Kendall Ray covered it because she didn't get as much attention.
Yeah, I remember her covering it. I don't remember. But
that's just like going along with what you said. Like they don't be giving these things equal. Girl.
Oh, I was like, what is that? That just scared me.
Girl, she hear your baby in our background. I'm like, that's clearly Alex's background.
That is so funny. I just feel like, they need to be making the same efforts for everybody. And even with all this pressure from like the people, for them to find out what happened, they're not doing enough, in my opinion. I just feel like these people should have been found, or like you said, everybody's faces need to be all over the news. And if the people aren't like directly, what do you call that? Like if you're not an official suspect, they could flee the country because they are not like legally bound to be here. That's what they were saying about Gabby's boyfriend too before he became an official suspect.
Well, now they can't because FBI had put out that, well, at least for what we know of, one person for sure.
But that's only one person. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't understand why everybody is not under. I just don't get that.
I don't get that either.
Why does it have to be the specific person who gave her the blow? And then apparently, allegedly, there's a second video of her getting beat up by all 3 of the girls who was there, right?
Yeah, and that's something I'm talking about. Like, I just saw that yesterday, and I was like, I didn't even know this other chick's face. Like, that's alarming. All of their faces should have been plastered everywhere the moment that they were confirmed to be in there. Like, people could be like, oh, it's just for the safety because they're not under arrest. Well, then they don't have anything to hide. Like, they're acting guilty. If my friend came up missing, if my friend came up murder and I had nothing to do with it, I would want justice.
And I would want to help. I would want to be there to be able to speak and tell like everything that happened. So like, all the rest of my friends don't get in trouble for something that nobody did.
But this is also
and be there for her family.
This is what I was talking about. I think I talked about it with you before. I'm not sure, but this is what I was saying about how I be trying to break, not to like make it about them, but like generational curses of not just like financial stuff, because like in our culture, people think it's so cute to fight and be angry all the time.
Exactly.
Like, and you're willing to do some permanent stuff over some weak ass, temporary ass feelings. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should feel like the biggest dumbass on the planet, and you deserve to have your life taken away. You deserve to go to jail forever.
Just to say you be somebody ass.
Over what, bro? I hope you feel so. I just hope it eats at you.
My thing is, like, what demon was possessing her to do that for no reason? Like, all of that, like, where did that come from? Like, that's something that had to be built inside of them.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is not something they just got into
that they
over
just
the
did.
past couple of hours. Why? And then for everybody to jump into stuff, what the hell?
And for everybody to be in on this story, if you didn't have nothing to do with it, and leaving her there and lying and shit, why? What's the reason?
And honestly, it really is no reason. It could be the worst reason. It could be she slept with one of their men or whatever.
I just want to know, I just want to know what's there.
I'm not saying because of that. I'm just saying like it will, whatever reason it is, will make them look more stupid. Yeah. Because there's no reason big enough to be doing that. Not only was there a one-on-one fight, people was later still arriving and fucking fighting her, like doing shit or whatever. It's just like,
What?
Well, I'm not sure how many people was there or how long they was there, but some of them wasn't there the night before. I think some of them was still arriving, like the one who the guy.
And then some.
So it's like
And you think they kept doing stuff to her?
I don't know. It depends on who was there.
My thing is, if you arrived after this happened, was y'all just kicking it with her dead body up in there?
Because if you look at it, and it could have been just one person went up to the front, but if you look at the paper on Tisa Tells, the paper for them signed in, she said it's written in one person's handwriting, but it's not. It's written in two people's handwriting. You could tell one person wrote like the first four names, and then one person wrote the rest of the names. So it's just kind of like, I don't know how fast everybody was there.
I feel what you're saying. I just feel like, again, it's just very unsettling, just the evilness behind it. It's just really unsettling. And like I said, that first girl who fought her, when she was done, she looked like she felt so accomplished.
Right, she felt like she did something, like you just fought a girl who's not fighting you back, big whoop.
Right, because I'm sure if somebody was fighting you back, you wouldn't have just got off like that.
No.
You wouldn't have got off like that.
No.
And my thing, too, is y'all got to be slow to anger. Like you were just saying, everything don't have to lead up to a fight. Like, people be like, oh, you going to let so-and-so talk to you like that? What am I going to fight you for?
Sitting up there filming it, saying fight back. I'm like, this is that cool in today's culture that you just, like, think this is normal?
Man, I can't. So let's just hope, they find them, and hope that everything, they get as much justice as possible.
Lala's here. Hi, Lala.
Hey, Lala. I feel like, too, as well, if everybody else get off except for one person, if one person end up only being charged, everybody should protest that shit. They all need to go to jail. So I just want to throw that out there. Because if that happens, no, we can't let that slide on any level. Because to me, that's not justice. And people gonna think that they could get away with it if they not the one who, you know what I'm saying? Like that just sends the wrong message to me. But yeah, do you have anything else to say about that?
Oh, no, it's just sad.
Very sad. Prayers to her family and prayers for justice. Now, moving along to some crazier things. Okay, TMZ posted this.
I wouldn't say crazier.
Oh, not crazier, but other things. Because you're right, nothing's crazier than that. That's very crazy. Moving on to some other crazy things, okay? TMZ posted this, that Kanye West allegedly showed new pictures of Kim to Adidas staffers. So this story, y'all, I actually watched this on another YouTuber's channel called Sloan. And
I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
Nothing.
Okay. So, yeah. I just feel like with this situation, y'all, it's just really crazy to me. They're basically trying to...
This stuff is phony.
They're trying to, like, put out narratives about Kanye West.
Very phony, very weird.
Very weird.
Right?
And at a very convenient time.
Girl, we all on the same page, because when I saw that video, I was like, look, I don't even like Kanye
like that.
This is obvious. Same. I don't know how much more obvious you could get. I try not to be biased, and I'm
the
looking
fact that people are ride or die believing it, just making me feel like, are there more stupid people in the world than I thought there were? Because
I was so disappointed by the overwhelming amount of comments that people believing it.
You know what I feel like?
Because we haven't really fully
divergent.
Oh yeah, explain.
What's that called when you don't have a
divergent.
Yeah, I'm divergent,
but
because y'all don't. These people are dumb as hell. Shani,
that is how I feel sometimes. I'm like, okay,
am I divergent?
Maybe something is off in my programming.
Right, maybe it's me.
I'm not seeing what everyone else is seeing, and I gotta call it how it is. So, Kanye West is being accused of being inappropriate in the workplace. They're basically accusing him of SA. If you know messing with the women at work and showing them all Kim's birthday suit,
and talking about he was showing
and the proof,
a video,
and the proof they used was during a meeting that this had already trended before, of Kanye showing the executives of Adidas corn Pornhub video to make them feel uncomfortable, because he was trying to use that as an analogy, if that's how they have been making him feel, releasing
Or he
design.
was saying that's how, and he was saying like, oh, this person doesn't this person have this accent? I'm like,
Yeah, but I feel like he did that on purpose to pretend like it was the accent thing, but at the end of the video,
mm-hmm.
he was like, now, or the man who was, I don't know if that was his lawyer or just somebody who was on his side, was explaining that's how Kanye has felt when the artist has felt when the designs have been taken and whatever. So it's like,
And they were still rocking with Kanye after that video done came out. So I'm confused. They acting like this is new.
Exactly. So they're using that scenario to solidify the fact that
he showed nudes of Kim.
That he did that. It's like, what? Y'all sound weird.
And they was like, oh, he was giving an interview.
Yes, I
and
agree,
that
Lala. I agree that she said Kim is trying to save face. And I would say
which is so crazy to me.
There's some entity that's working on. It's an obvious smear campaign. Like, there's
because I seen people saying, I saw someone comment in a video. I think it was the video that you sent to the group chat. Was it the Sloan one? I think it was that one. And someone had commented saying that, like, you know, Kim is for Balenciaga, and it just so happens after the Balenciaga mess that this comes out.
Because my thing is, they didn't even post about Kanye's they didn't post when he said what he said about his mom. They didn't post really what he said about the text message with his personal trainer.
They didn't post about that, but they want to have a whole dissection of something that has no proof, and that's where that makes it obvious. This man posted real screenshots of his personal trainer threatening to throw him into the mental asylum if he don't do what he's supposed to be doing, and practically mocking him about the fact that he won't even be able to identify his children, let alone see them. And nobody talks about that.
Nobody.
Then these so-called Adidas employees are coming forth. They're doing whole shows and segments breaking down these accusations that have no proof.
They were still, even if these things were real, right? Say all the stuff they're saying is real. All of this happened. Y'all was still selling Yeezys. Y'all was still working with this man, and any other company that come out with their truth or whatever they want to call that shit, they was still working with Kanye after all of this. So don't come out and try to say, oh, he did this and he did that and blah, 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 because y'all are a company and he is a man. So y'all could have really easily came out and was like, when it happened, not after you get tired and you don't want him on your stuff no more. You want to hop on the Kanye hate train now. Everybody don't like Kanye. Everybody's dismissing him. Everybody's canceling him. Now you're like, oh yeah, remember what happened way back when? Let's add some fuel to the fire, okay? We don't like him either because this happened back when we were working with him. We still chose to work with him after that, but now everybody don't like him. We don't like him now. We don't like him.
My thing is that why is the accountability not on Adidas? If all these so-called, all these athletes wrote all these so-called complaints about Kanye West, that should have been addressed by Adidas.
Well, that's what she was saying, was that Adidas and Kanye West was being called out. But I'm just saying, I call cap.
No, but I'm saying Adidas had put out this stupid letter back to, message back to the people talking about, we severed ties with Kanye West and we will work on making the workplace better for the workers, pretty much is what they said. No,
this has been happening. So they didn't give a fuck about their employees until now.
And what does that have to do with this is not the reason why you're not working with Kanye West. So don't make it seem like, oh, we stopped working with him because of this, because it's not.
But you just know that's what they're going to do. That's just what they always do. They always just be like, oh, we stopped working with them.
Didn't think of that?
Just like people who talk about severing ties with what's that Harvey Weinstein do? Yeah, it was a joke at an Oscars in 2004. All of y'all knew. Everybody knew what this dude was doing. That everybody already know. They say that stuff about this type of stuff comes out in that circle way before it reaches the general public.
And it's crazy and disgusting, and I just feel like people just need to wake up and stop being so gullible.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
just
Can we not be fake woke and be for real woke?
right, not saying to cape for Kanye, but just
No, yeah, I was about
It's
to say,
common sense, though. It's just common
I'm not about
sense.
I'm not about to just like overly support his releases.
Yeah.
This, I'm just saying,
I'm not a stan, but I do have common sense. I was born with it. Some people wasn't born with common sense. I think that's all that is.
girl, I feel like we wasn't born with common sense, because this
Yeah,
sense
I
seemed to
feel
be
like-
coming.
Right. Are we the problem?
Right.
Yeah.
Because what's happening? People just wake up. But moving along, did you guys have anything else to say about that? No? Okay. Moving along, guys. I don't know if you guys heard about this whole Balenciaga situation. So Balenciaga had came out with this campaign that basically used child
Images.
Yes. And like
With,
weird court case documented in the background.
Items that are sold for adult reasons. Like a teddy bear. A girl was holding a teddy bear that was in a harness.
Things like that. Just very weird. Like, I feel like they're trying to slowly see like how the general public feels about that. Like, they just really trying to push that. That's very weird. Why are you doing that? There's no reason to do that other than you're trying to push it to make it normal, so that things like the what's that dude? The guy with the girl.
That's very specific.
With the wife, and he was in prison, and he, so-called unalived himself, and then she just went to jail.
Jeffrey Epstein.
They trying to make that type of stuff
He's
normal.
not married to Ghislaine.
Whoever she
Maxwell.
was. They're trying to make that type of stuff, in my opinion, allegedly, the norm. And it's just not, that's people not messing with it.
Perhaps they are.
Right, leave that shit in Hollywood.
Because like Shani said that there was documents of a court case
hidden in the background.
Yes, that was talking about the freedom of speech when it comes to images and art, and whether or not children can be photographed in certain ways.
Just like they was trying to make
in the name of art.
They was trying to make what's it called?
So many problems.
Pedophilia. Just like that was trying to make pedophilia a sexual orientation. Like, what?
Man, people are crazy. But
I read that too. I read that apparently, allegedly, I don't know if it's true, a lot of people in the fashion industry, there's something called for it. I forgot what it's called, but when they think things like incest and pedophilia, or I don't know if we can say that on YouTube, but I don't think we can actually. But they think those things are a sexual orientation, like Alex said, and it's just so disgusting. And they're disgusting. And I feel like whoever was overseeing this should be investigated, because they feel a little too strongly about this.
Right.
That they put
all
their
that
brand
and they
all
put
that stuff.
They just thought people was going to be dumb and just, I see all these little things in front of me. No, this is the internet. They investigate everything.
No, if anything, they would have known the children with the harness thing was not like, it's like sometimes they be doing stuff to get people talk about certain issues on purpose. But I don't know, like you said, I feel like
they just trying to
desensitize it, or get a feel of
how people will respond.
Because there are a lot of imagery and subliminal messages sent out to us all the time. So, they could just be trying to see if anything's working.
Did it catch on yet?
They know that they can push their limits and people are still going to buy the products.
Yeah, people are. I mean, there are so many Black people.
But they'll cancel Kanye West, but they won't cancel Balenciaga.
Exactly.
And it's like, that's my thing. It's like, okay, but Balenciaga, there's hardcore proof. Kanye West, there is no proof. There's no proof that he did any of this stuff. So, yeah.
So they're going to talk, they talking about we want to learn from our mistakes. If that's all y'all got to say for people to be like, okay, then I'm done and I'm over it. So apparently Kim Kardashian
my gosh.
has a deal a brand deal with Balenciaga.
She works with Balenciaga all the time. She's
She look
always
cute in this
wearing
picture
them.
though. I love her hair color like that. Anyway, she says, I haven't been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been shocked and outraged.
You're shocked?
And outraged, okay, by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but, bitch, I'm shocked and outraged, but, because I wanted the opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened. As a mother of 4, I have been shaken.
Girl, shut your ass up talking about she been shaking.
Right? The safety of our children must be held with the highest regard, and anything against it should have no place in our society. Period. She should have put a T at the end. I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaigns. Yeah, bitch, shut the fuck up. An apology and speaking with them. Yeah, so bitch, okay, you're not gonna give up your bag, basically.
I believe she said, "Fuck them kids."
Right. I believe they understood the seriousness of the issue and would take measures.
She's funny as fuck.
Never happen again.
She's like, I believe that I cannot get out of this contract, nor do I want to.
5 days
that would
later,
mean giving
a
back
new
money,
promotion with Kim K.
and that is not something I'm about to do.
Exactly. Look at this, y'all. If y'all see
He's
this,
like, I believe their apology. It was so
harness,
sincere.
right there. That's the little kid holding the bear with the harness. Like, that's not. Y'all know how those teddy bears look.
It's okay, Balenciaga. You say you sorry.
Look, what's in this?
That's the court files under the papers.
Oh, the court files and stuff. See, why would they do that? Did somebody, like you said, did put this together? They don't just accidentally have this sitting on their table and film it. No, they put those papers there.
Do you know how many times you take a picture in the same position 20 times, and then you go look at them pictures 30 times to know which one of those you're gonna post? So I know good and well they wasn't just like, oh, that was an accident. That was bloopers. Like, no, we ain't done.
On the
bed.
My thing too is like, you had to get these court docs. You had to this was so premeditated. It's weird as fuck. Like, I don't understand.
She said you did her voice so well. I'm gonna put this in between us so we both can be checking the comments.
Okay. Did you want? You don't need a charger, do you?
I do.
It's you could grab one out the room if you want to, real quick. But my thing.
Oh, wait, let me say something real quick.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, since you have something to say, you go ahead.
Ooh, ow. My thing is, what the fuck was I gonna say? It's just disgusting that Kim Kardashian is not going to be canceled for still wanting to work with Balenciaga, and in her same
and speaking out for them.
Right, she's basically trying to say, I've been quiet because of this reason, and basically, I don't know if I'm going to still work with them, but at the end, I'm still going to work with them.
Exactly. And mind you, guys,
she said they apologized.
She spoke out after Kanye said, "Notice how no celebrities are speaking out."
And she's like, "Oh, me."
Exactly. And so she was receiving a lot of criticism because she's always posting in Balenciaga, and she's always working with Balenciaga. And I don't have anything against high fashion per se, but I do have just something against people obsession with equating wearing luxury brands as being luxury, and luxury brands, quote unquote, like it's just a lot of stuff in that industry.
There's people who don't even got a house.
Don't even got a car. There are people who are so quick to support this business that, have very terrible pasts when it comes to Black people and presence that are using child labor or whatever, and you're making $5,000 off of a purse. Exactly. Like all this, there's a lot of stuff that be going into it. So I just say people do their research, but to each his own. But she was very disappointing for that. Not shocking, but a bit disappointing because it's like, okay, it's kids. It's like that should be just for anybody.
Yeah, she got 4.
You have all this money, right? There's no reason that you need this deal. You do not need this deal.
But this is what I'm saying with people hypocrisy, because it's like, y'all only care that people, because y'all don't know, y'all act like y'all don't know, but like anybody who know anything about Hollywood know how crazy and evil it is. And y'all know that everybody in there is working with somebody who's a weirdo. But y'all don't care when it comes to certain people.
Because
This
all
woman
they ask is
openly
weirdos, so they
working
picking
with
which
a
weirdo
weirdo.
they want to not like.
Right.
And it's like you just said. Oh damn. I lost my train of thought, guys. I forgot what I was gonna say. So yeah, it's crazy. I just feel like one of the things I was gonna say is
it's nothing they can do better unless they sponsor someone to find all those missing kids from the fucking border and pay for them to get an education and room and
make sure
board.
that they're safe, right?
Balenciaga got it.
Right, they got it. My thing is there should never be a company that is so big and undefeatable that they could get away with something like this. There is nothing that Balenciaga is doing for anybody's life that you have to buy it, that you have to wear it. It is only as popular and as in demand as people make it. So
For real, because Balenciaga stuff, all shade, all tea, that most of their shit is ugly. Like, how can you cost this much to look like it got stomped on 30 times?
I mean, I don't know
I
about
don't
those,
understand.
I don't know
Bro, they
about
be having
their
gym shoes.
designs.
Well, that's why I'm saying that. They be having gym shoes that literally look dirty and they sell them for like $5,000.
But that's like the look people go for, which is really weird. But if that's what
Weird.
people like, that's what you like. But my thing is, like Sabrina said, y'all, people are so interesting to me. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm not gonna say the B word. I'm gonna say interesting, okay?
Mhm.
Because you like that. How are you gonna demand? What was his name? Jeffrey Epstein. It's so hypocritical to be like, oh my god, that's so gross, that's so disgusting, that's so crazy. But then y'all gonna still buy Balenciaga. Let's talk about that.
It's been like this. So, and I feel the same way, Lala. It's not
What did
even
she
that
say? You gotta say what she said. People don't,
it's people,
because they don't. This don't save to the live after you
I
post
agree.
it.
When you said that you like the brands doesn't matter, because it's like it doesn't matter. It can be a brand for me, and this was a goal I had told Shanice I had sidetracked. But I didn't want to support fast fashion anymore, and I didn't want to support a luxury brand just because it was luxury. Like, I want to know, how this clothing is sourced. I found this girl on TikTok, and she makes really good crochet tops and stuff. I want to start buying from people like that, and just like,
even though it's a bit more expensive.
something. Yeah, that's what I'm like. If you find a style and if you choose a select few pieces. And then you could get some pieces from a thrift store. Like, people just act like they too good for shit. And it's just like, vintage pieces, you never know what you're going to find. And homemade pieces, small business pieces. And I'm not trying to shit on anybody's small business, but I'm not talking about a small business that a girl ordered the shit from China. So sweatshop workers, fast fashion people was making it anyway. I'm talking about like a small business, like a designer has a team
and they're making
they sew it. And like Shani said, it's going to be a bit more expensive, but we don't even need a bunch of clothes. Like, we have washing machines for a reason. So what if people see you in the same clothes? I'll wear the same jeans every week if they fit me right. I'll have all the clothes. My closet will be so full. So it's like, that's my new goal, is to just
do that,
scale back, because these brands ain't shit and we making them invincible so they can stay not being shit
and do whatever the fuck they want, put out weird shit like this so that our kids could grow up thinking that this shit is cool. That's really, I think, I feel like that's allegedly what these ads and campaigns are attacking.
Yeah,
they're hoping that
I'll spend a bag on skincare and makeup. Lala says she do more so splurge in skincare, makeup, and shoes.
And like you said, you build up a nice wardrobe over time that's good quality, that's not gonna need to be replaced after a
People
season.
don't know how much they can mix and match their clothes, because people be so hung up on, I wore this last week. Like, bitch, where the fuck you going? Like, you need a new outfit every week. Really?
Did you wash it? That's the only thing that matters, is that you washed it.
I'm not gonna
lie. Clothes, it's clean.
I was guilty of that the other day. Like, was it yesterday?
Girl, you have so many clothes with tags. I cannot believe.
Girl,
Shanice has a really good going out wardrobe.
We went out, right? And I was like, okay, I might post a snap. I was gonna wear this sweater, but I was like, I just posted a snap in that like last week.
Girl, so I be posting old snaps and stuff, and I know people probably like, is this girl out in this outfit again, or is this it don't matter. It really don't matter.
Yeah,
I don't
it's clean.
I gotta be in the same stuff because I own it. I don't just own it and throw it
I would
out.
wear the same
Wasteful as
outfit 3
hell.
days in a row if I just left the house and came back. Nobody seen it, so technically I ain't wear it.
I gotta get out of that
I'm
mindset.
wearing
I
it
just
again.
like, for me, sometimes I have a lot of like haters, so I just like to shit on people, and I'd be like, I don't want people to be able to say ABC about me, but I just gotta learn to stop giving a fuck, y'all. But I'm working on it. Okay, so that was just a side note. Okay, but moving along, is that all? Anybody else? So Weedy, okay, got in bold Instagram picture, y'all. Go and
What
follow it.
Instagram page is that?
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Okay. I could have sworn I did already. So we just posted this, y'all. Sorry. So Weedy had put out an EP, guys, if you don't know. Okay.
Did anybody listen to the whole thing?
Anybody? I
listened to like half of it.
I don't listen.
I honestly didn't listen to it at all.
I checked it out because Twan was raving about it. He said he really liked it.
I'm gonna have to check it out. She's just not. I don't really listen to that many new people.
Same.
I personally,
I don't really listen to
the style of rap. She has some good lines. I just don't like when she overly do that.
Her accent,
that hood
voice.
rap voice it just sounds so
forced a little bit.
Yeah,
like that. When she did My Type,
I was like, that's more my vibe with Sweetie.
Yeah.
Like when she did that Pretty Bitch freestyle, and then when she did not My Type, My Type for you, but for me it's Icy Girl. When she did like Pretty Bitch freestyle,
I have Icy Girl on my phone. That's probably one of my favorite.
It's one of my favorite motivational songs. So that's why I'm like, I'm rooting for Sweetie, but I'm not gonna force myself. So it's to music.
She should have kept going like that.
Like somebody on her team is making her do this because they like how, or maybe they saw like the city girl type of thing.
They want to sell.
It kind of reminds me of like like how the city girls sound.
They want to sell a specific image.
I do feel like somebody's on her team is trying to make her make a certain type of music, because when Say So was big, then she came out with that record with her that sounded very similar to Say So. Another song was big. It was an R&B song, and she had came out with and I actually like this song. It's with her and Janae Aiko. That's one of the songs by her that I think people underrated. So I'm like, I like a few songs by her. It was, what's that song called?
She has potential.
Pull up in my hood best dress. Put my little nigga on a leash, training in my own nigga. He was just a leash.
Oh, that song, yeah. I like that song.
Yeah, I like that song.
Dang, why I can't Back to the Streets?
Okay, yeah, it was like Back to the Streets. So I like Back to the Streets, Icy Girl, and Pretty Bitch Freestyle.
Thank you, Lala. She funny. She said you gotta did it on them. That's what I'm saying. Gotta shit on them, did it on them real quick. But back to what we was talking about with Saweetie. I just don't. I like you said. I don't like. When I was talking about the clothes.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't read. I didn't see the chat. So with Saweetie, when it comes to Saweetie, I just don't like what they're doing with her new sound, and I feel like I don't have to support it if I don't care for it. However, I'm gonna check out her thing since Twan said he liked it.
So do you all feel like she's being picked on? She posted. I know we don't.
I feel like she always getting picked on.
But she posted that she has a hey train must be that B, and she posted something else too. I forgot to send it to you, Alex, when her sent the stuff.
My thing is this: do I think she's going through a hate train? Absolutely not. That's a bit much. But however, I think that people are hating on her because it's so telling, the fact that a lot of people were men. It's like, oh, she's so fine, I can never get her. Haha, you only sold 2,000. Like, you're mad. And everybody always brings up her looks. That's how I know you're pressed. You want her to fail because of how fine she is. That just hurts your spirit. Something about her presence is hurting y'all's soul for no reason. And I feel like people are so used to the fake numbers that this probably wouldn't even seem. I mean, it's a bit, but she also did a surprise drop. People aren't really mentioning that. I feel like had she did a bit of promo, she would have probably been able to do like 10, 17,000 maybe, but that's what the baby did, and that's what actual real numbers are actually being performed. But you can't tell that because people are faking streams and things like that.
Because or not even faking streams, being strategic. Because even look at Lotto, for example. Lotto had preparation. She had big energy on there. And then a movie came out that had big energy in the beginning of the closing credits. I can't remember.
Mhm.
The same week to help with the streams of the album because that could count towards streams. And they had of course the remix with Mariah Carey, and she still did 23K.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
every TikTok she did, she had that song in it. It was blowing up on TikTok, and like Sabrina said,
still did 23K after all of that work, money, performances into promotion. So like y'all said, it makes sense that without really any promotion, that's what Saweetie did. She practically did a surprise drop. And I'm not defending that because I do feel like, musically, just everybody image blew up faster than their artistry. So they have these big platforms for being music artists, but it's not really that's really shining. Like I said, Saweetie has a lot of a few songs that I like, but it's still like just today's artists are just not as seasoned.
And I just feel like, let's report on her stuff after like 2 weeks and let's see how it does. I mean, I want to report on it to see how the numbers go.
I just don't think she should get clowned for it. Like, it's okay to me.
They
it's
always
report it right away because
think,
with anybody else, they get reported right away.
No, but I'm just saying, I just also want to see the progress. Like me personally, I want to see the progress because we should promote positivity as well. When you see somebody who's actually trying to work on their craft and stuff like that, I just
don't want other people to win. They want to be the only one that's winning.
I semi agree.
I just feel like when you see people getting put down, it's just really, it could be really discouraging. Like imagine if that was you being newer and coming up and everybody seems to come at you.
And I'm not even just saying that because
I'm just saying, wouldn't it be nice to have somebody kind of like,
no, it would be nice, but I feel like as a music artist, if this was my passion, I'm in it, I would work harder. But that's just my mentality.
But I don't think
but that's the thing. And it's like, so that's where I kind of don't feel like people needs to be, especially hip hop fans need to be gentle about it. I just think it becomes overboard when people are low key celebrating, just overly clowning. It's like, wow, this popular, Instagram or celebrity couldn't do 2K. Maybe, let's have a conversation about what we want from our female rap music. That's more so what I'm talking about. I'm not calling it fake positivity, but I just sometimes feel like people mistake being real for being negative. It's like, no, the truth is that rap fans don't like this type of music coming from the females, and everybody can be fake positive and say that's not true. But even y'all biggest females that y'all support and uplifting like Glorilla is still doing less than 30K. So y'all not listening to the music like y'all saying, y'all being fake positive as social media supporters.
That I don't understand because at least in the area I be at, I be hearing a lot of people talk about Glorilla. Though. So that's really
the
confusing.
thing about Black people.
I was just going to bring up Glorilla.
Swear to God that just because in the Black community some song is everywhere, that this person is everywhere. No, we have a very distinct taste in music and what we feel like. That's why Black people don't be knowing what they talking about. Like they used to drag Nicki for going pop and mainstream. Bitch, she was not gonna go international, global like that. Y'all stay y'all small-minded asses in the hood making $5,000 a show, bitch. That's not what she was on. And the Black community sometimes be holding our genres back by telling us how we can or can't expand our music. Okay, so like that's why they're
sticking themselves in a box and then be mad that they stuck in a box.
That's why songs are big here at our clubs, barely charting anywhere else.
But that's why a lot of people started doing what Nicki was doing and what, Drake and Lil Wayne.
They didn't start doing nothing Nicki was doing. They got BBLs and shit. They don't rap.
What I'm saying is that's what they're trying.
And they clown the shit out of Lil Wayne.
Songs. They're trying to make pop songs. They're trying to sing in their rap songs now, stuff like that.
But they missed a very important key that
they got the. Yeah, but I'm saying even the male artists like Juice WRLD and them, that style like comes from like Kanye West, T-Pain, all that.
And that's the other embarrassing part. I was so embarrassed. I was watching Juice World freestyle for 2 hours, and I was like, I'm so ashamed that I can't even think of a female rapper that's around the newer generation that could even do something like that. Like,
It's crazy.
Very talented.
So, and it's like you said, they'd be like, well, that's because y'all don't listen to the other underground people, but they not, like you said, they're sticking to one type of thing and they're not trying to branch off and like do different things with their music. So,
and you can make your music big your way, but don't talk shit about people who's interested in pop. We all grew up with pop and stuff like that. Why can't we do it?
Right. So moving along, because you'll hear that
real quick.
oh
Speaking
my
of
God, I like
Glorilla,
that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then you're
but then talk shit about a black artist for doing a pop song or something. It's like, okay.
But what
real quick, when we was talking about Glorilla, have y'all heard her album?
No.
I heard a couple of songs.
Did you like it?
Actually, really, yes, I really like it. Like, not saying I didn't think it was gonna be good, but I was like, I don't know, but I'm gonna go listen to it. I'm not gonna lie, I listened to it like 2 days in a row. I was like, damn, I didn't think I was gonna like it that much.
I listened to a few songs from it. I also couldn't finish it just because I actually like Glorilla's style of rapping. It just gets very repetitive.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know how I
the
feel
beats
to the whole
and
thing.
It is kind of her cadences.
It's just like it comes to a point where even the beat be sounding like the same in some songs.
But you know what? Pop Smoke came out with all them songs that had the same beat.
No,
everybody loved them.
I feel like it was different. I feel like Dior was way different from Special, was way different from Enjoy Yourself, was way different from
I'm talking about when he first came out.
No, but yeah, those two, he had
was
slower songs and then he had faster songs and harder songs. He had Welcome to the Party.
Like, because I know he had that I say what you know, I say everything.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He had a variety. Like, I'm trying to go to his first album, so I'm not
like, I know he had different songs,
older
but
songs.
a lot of his songs,
like Dior is
his
different from Welcome to the Party, different from Meet the Woo. I don't know a lot from that one. But then you got what's our favorite one? Shawty, a Little Baddie, that was like everywhere. That is so different from
he has a lot of variety. I'm just saying a lot of his beats did sound the same.
I mean, but that's just because it's a drill beat. But I'm saying like with her rapping the same and similarly and over a similar beat, that's when it gets repetitive. It's like there wasn't much changing about it.
I think
that was just my critique about not finishing in one sitting. I could listen to all the songs and feel like I like all the songs separately, but as far as an album, I couldn't listen to it as an album on the first listen.
That's why I was like, I don't know if I could listen to that whole album.
But that was the same thing with
I was just going to say that.
That was the same thing with
why I didn't want to
album.
listen to it, because I'm like, I don't know if I want to hear her.
But I'm not so easily impressed with albums, because if I sit down and listen to your album, it has to sound like an album for me once to hear you for a whole 10, 15 songs, unless you're my favorite artist.
Yeah.
So that's also where the disconnect comes, is that if the album is not a cohesive body of art, and it's just a bunch of songs of you, I'm not that big of a fan of you.
I feel like that's what a lot of these albums do these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and y'all the ones who got me listening to whole albums. I don't even listen to whole albums like that.
I love listening
because I never can get through them. Like, I love listening to whole albums when they're good whole albums. Like,
I like listening to them because sometimes you'll like not like the first 3 songs, but the last 5 will be so good, which is annoying because like I had to listen to this crap and I almost didn't want to listen to the whole thing, and then I actually listened to it and I'm like, damn. And then another reason why I like listening to them is because you only hear specific songs from albums. It's only the songs that be on the radio.
That's never going to be a single.
Exactly. So you're never going to hear the other music that's
and it's
on
always
the album.
a better
that could
song.
Be really good. Exactly.
It's who the artist is, so it doesn't have to be more commercials. Always
exactly.
Like
so they'll make those couple songs for the radio, and then the rest of them will be for people who want to listen to it at home, because they're not going to play all of these.
So that's what I'm saying too. So it's like, if I don't listen to you, I don't really care to hear those songs.
Right. Because I feel like especially with like Beyonce and Drake's album, like the songs that got put out, I like Cuff It is one of my favorite songs. I actually
They
really
kind of almost played it out. That was one of my favorite songs from the beginning.
a good thing I don't be on TikTok. And I don't listen to the radio, so luckily for me, it hasn't got played out for me. But like, I like "Break My Soul" too. But like, my favorite songs wasn't singles. Would have never heard it.
Yeah,
you know,
Thick.
You said it was what?
were songs that weren't singles. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's that. That's my song.
That's that Uchi Coochie Na.
But moving along,
Nah.
is that all y'all good? Okay. JT and Lil Uzi had apparently appeared to have broken up, but then I guess they didn't.
This like their 5th time breaking up and getting back together.
So I heard some people saying that they feel like it was a PR stunt because he had an album
His
coming
new
out.
song.
Yeah.
He did not need this for his new song, to be completely honest. Because
that's already trending on.
No, they were saying because he has the whole album coming out.
Oh, but even then, I feel like he don't need that, because I feel like people who don't listen to Uzi don't know how his you said what?
He may, if his label if he trying to get a #1 or something, because I heard Olivia Rodrigo is coming and she's supposedly like a second Taylor Swift.
Man, she got a crazy fan base already. I'm like, how?
Some of these,
it goes to show you that it's still possible.
I'm not saying she's a bad artist. I just don't know to say.
Yeah, I only know like a couple.
I heard one song by her and it sounded
like
extremely like Paramore. So I'm like, I probably would like her if I was, not to sound old, but
younger.
If I was closer to her age, because I was obsessed with Paramore.
I mean, I actually really like her songs.
She gives me like pop Avril Lavigne or something. Like, I like her songs, but it's not something that I jump to go listen to. Like, she has probably 3 songs on my phone that I like.
Right. So it's like, oh, y'all don't have a song by her that y'all like. Oh, but that's my shit. Because I had some like that by Taylor Swift where it's like, I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but she got some songs that's my shit. When Blank Space came out, I had that song on repeat. I was like, not even.
I love that song.
I was so obsessed with Blank Space.
I mean, it's a cool
I was
song.
so obsessed with Look What You Made Me Do. Look What You Made Me
That's
Do.
interesting.
I could not stand that song.
December. That's my song.
I liked it for a minute, but it never like one of my favorite.
What song?
Back to December. That's my
I'll
song.
go back to December.
But like
I like
said,
Safe and Sound.
I love Safe and Sound. I don't listen to her like that though, but
Safe and Sound, that was the one I liked.
Olivia Rodrigo, there's songs on my phone that they come on, like I'm not gonna turn, but I'm most likely
right. I'm not gonna go to it voluntarily.
But I do know, I listen to it enough to like know the chorus.
I feel like I'm getting hip to Gen Z's pop people.
I'm like, okay, this is kind of
now
like
I like it. I love new music and old music.
I don't know, but I'm not really.
But I feel like he don't really need that. Well, like you said, if he wants to go #1, but a lot of his songs do very well. Like, I don't think people really know that about Lil Uzi. I didn't think he was that popular. Like,
I heard that real quick, y'all.
I heard this song.
Shani
was good.
just point out something that I didn't even realize to just now.
Girl, calm down. Her and Mariah and Twan. Right?
Me and Twan and Mariah were K-pop fans before that was a thing.
And anime fans.
We used to watch. I used to listen to Hyuna. I got her still on my phone. Ice Cream, and I got another song by her. Didn't know what the bitch was saying.
I was talking to Ton about that not too long ago. I'm like, people literally called me weird for being in the manga section in the library, and now everybody want to read their books back.
Everybody want to talk about this stuff. It's like that. My.
Like, now it's trending, but you was weird for being into it in high school.
Exactly. What was that other K-pop band, Girl Generation? I wonder if they still doing stuff. I don't know. I only hear about Blackpink.
If you know, that was the only one.
Y'all heard that? It's not Blackpink. What's the other group?
Oh,
not the girls, the boys.
Korean.
What are they named?
Oh, I thought it was just called K-pop because I just thought it was
Korean pop music.
Let me just
stop. What's that boy group? What's the boy K-pop group that's super popular?
BTS.
You know, all of them getting drafted.
I was listening to Gangnam Style way before.
Brought up Gangnam Style.
Everybody in the
world. What was the second song that we used to listen to?
It was I don't know. We'll remember.
I'll have to. Yeah. And next time we come on, I'm gonna just randomly sing it.
But all the Oh, go ahead, girl.
No, I was just gonna say I was gonna go back to this topic. So if you wasn't, look at her
Oh
shit.
no, wait, real quick. Y'all know everybody from what's their name? I just forgot that fast.
BTS.
Yes, BTS. They are going to the army. They getting drafted.
Yeah, they have to take a hiatus. It's a
All
requirement
of
in Korea
them. Yes, that's why
But
they was trying to
what?
hurry up,
that you have to
and
serve the military for a certain
that's
amount
why
of
they
time.
was trying to hurry up and get all this money and stuff like that. And everybody over there is like really like they knew that it had to happen, but they was hoping that it wasn't gonna happen
Even
because
all of
they're
their
BTS.
celebrities?
And they said BTS brings a
Or
lot,
male. I don't know if it's
they
male.
said BTS brings a lot of money to Korea. Like they praise their K-pop groups over there because they're the people who bring money to the to where they live. I was like, dang, I seen their little farewell concert. Everybody was crying and stuff. I was like, damn, that's
Mm.
crazy. I cannot imagine people
That
still
is
having to be
so.
drafted.
I wonder how long they're gonna be there, and I wonder if they're gonna
Right.
have the same momentum when they're
When they
done.
come
They
back. I
are.
was thinking the
BTS
same
fans
They
are
thing.
should low key be
crazy
like
obsessed with
somehow
them.
making music while they're in the military.
They love them.
Like
Girl.
They may have an archive of music to come out.
oh, that's smart. That'll be
Because they
smart.
knew that this was gonna happen anyway. Just
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people were hoping that it wasn't
Like they were gonna make it
because
accept-
who they are.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's really
Yep.
interesting. But yeah, back to the
Back to
JT
another
thing. I
hand.
love the fact that JT funny. She do not be care when it comes to her
She
relationship.
really
I'm not
don't.
saying that they have a the best relationships. I know some things came out about him beating up somebody and she was okay blah, 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 and stuff like that. But when it comes to like her saying she's single, then talking about I don't give a f what I said, blah, blah, blah. And then people be like clowning her and talking about her for it, but everybody do it.
She
They
said,
talking about
"My man, my man, my man, my man."
what's Blueface.
Christine Rock.
They call her
Yeah, they was like, okay,
Bluetooth
Krishan, but okay to you because y'all be doing a lot of the same things. So
girl. Okay,
be going on Facebook telling me about your baby daddy and shit. I don't,
and then
and
be
then be
right
back
back
with
with
him the next
him,
day.
posting a picture. He your new profile picture again.
Nobody asked for this, and y'all do this shit. So I
All I
mean,
can say is I'm happy I'm single.
yes, and well, I'm just saying that do you boo? Go ahead. Last but not least, guys, we just want to give a quick update. So we had talked about this Peyton Gindar Gendron, Gendron, okay, guy who I don't know if you guys remember about that shooting at the supermarket in Buffalo, New York, okay, where he came and shot black people. It was a hate crime. They're calling it racist murders, but I don't know why it's not being called a hate crime. Um, so, oh, can I say that on YouTube? Anyway, where he, unalived 10 black people at a Tops supermarket. Okay, he pled guilty to 15 charges, including domestic terrorism motivated by hate, and all that. Y'all can see the screen. I'm not gonna say that
AKA,
stuff out
wouldn't
loud.
that be a hate crime?
Attempted. Oh, he has that and that. I was gonna say what? But yeah. So that's crazy. That was a crazy thing to do. I hope that, we just have to really like pray or whatever y'all do, meditate, whatever y'all do over this world, because the evilness that's coming over this world is crazy. The shootings are becoming a trend. Like they're happening more often. We need to be safe, be alert. It sucks to say, but try to be alert when you're, grocery shopping or at parades and stuff. But look, I just don't want to grocery shop. Let's do the pickups. Just be safe. And I'm glad that
Well,
he's getting some justice. Not I don't think anything could justify this entirely, but he's getting somewhat justice. And I hope he has a very terrible time in prison. And I hope, his ass is just in a cell all day by himself. Okay.
well, if you want to end it
Hope
on
he
a
has nightmares. I hope that
lighter
every night in his
note,
dream he gets shot by a bunch of black people,
is never ending hell.
never ending.
Yeah. Or
Well,
maybe
if
every
you want,
day in his cell too.
I just
Yeah.
well, if
this
you want
one
to end it on a lighter note, do you want to pull up Elena Wicker? That's the girl I posted to the Instagram.
What is
No, he up in there, out in the background.
Okay, we'll bring this up. And on a positive note, what is this about?
Yes, on a positive note, she is the youngest student to be accepted into medical school in the United States and the second youngest person to be accepted in medical school overall, like in the
Yeah.
whole US.
And she
Look at
looks
this
so
smart,
beautiful.
I was just staring
She's
at her. That's why I wasn't
13
talking.
years
I was like,
old
this little girl is
and
so pretty.
13 years
She is
old and she's
like,
going to medical
like
school.
her
That's
hair is
crazy.
perfectly taken care of.
Look at her smile.
She has the most beautiful smile.
She making me feel bad about myself a little bit. No,
And she's the youngest person ever to work as an intern at NASA.
Yes.
13
Go
years old.
ahead, girl. Just
13.
go
That's
ahead.
crazy. Do your thing, sis.
So, congratulations to
I'm
Elena
like real life
and
so proud of her.
Wicker.
Right? Like I know her. I thought that was so crazy. I went and looked it up and everything. I'm like, young? How young is she? She looked really young. 13. That's young as hell. That's what, 8th grade?
Right.
That's ridiculous.
So
Like that is wild.
That's it, guys. That's all we have for you today. And yeah. How do I stop sharing this? We will be seeing you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll holla.
Ah.